Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be teaching you how to make this embroidered tractor beanie. Here are the DMC thread colors that I used for this project. You can find these farm beanie patterns in my Etsy shop, Stitchin' with Samantha. I also have a digital version or this printed version that can be sent to you. These patterns come off and stick on your beanie, and it washes off with water after we're done stitching. First, with stitching, we're going to start with our corn stalk, and we're going to be doing back stitch. You're going to bring your needle up, back down, and then skip ahead a short distance, and then bring your needle back down where the end of your previous stitch is. You're going to have no gap, it's going to go into the same hole. Then you're going to do the same thing, skip forward a short distance. I'm going to say it's about, 1/4 of a centimeter, and then we're going to bring it back down the same hole where we ended our previous stitch. We are then going to whip our back stitch, bringing our needle through each back stitch in the middle. You're going to come through the same side each time so that it looks uniform. And once again, we're just going to bring our needle underneath our back stitches from the right side each time. We're also going to do whipped back stitch for the little leaves on the corn, and then after that, we're going to bring our needle to the back. Alright guys, saddle up because this next stitch is probably the most complicated. So we're going to bring our needle up at the top of the corn and we're going to do a bullion knot. Keeping our needle on the surface of our beanie, we're going to bring our needle down at the base of the corn and then back up where we entered the beanie, like this. After that, we're going to keep our needle on top of the beanie and we're going to wrap our thread around the needle about 4 to 5 times. Then we are going to hold the thread with our left fingers, or if you're left-handed, your right fingers. So you're going to hold it tight in your fingers and then bring your needle up while you're still holding the thread. And then after that, we are going to gently work this into place, going up and down, and then as soon as it's tight, we are going to take our needle at the bottom of the corn and we're going to insert it back into our beanie and pull it tight so that it's on the back. So we are going to do that once more. We're going to put another bullion knot right next to our first one. So we're going to bring our needle up at the top of the corn and then on surface level, bring it down and back up. Wind our thread around our needle 4 to 5 times, hold it with our fingers, pull the needle through. When it's taut, then we are going to hold it and work it into place, going up and down, pull it tight, and then once it's tight, we are going to bring our needle to the back of the beanie. The last step for the corn is going to be a straight stitch, so we're going to bring our needle up at the top of the corn again, and then we're actually going to bring it back down in the middle of our corn and just do one small straight stitch, and then I think it kind of just pulls that corn together and makes it look really realistic. I'm going to walk you through this process one more time, a bit quicker this time. So once again, we're going to do a bullion knot and we're going to pull it tight, do a second bullion knot right next to it, and then we're going to do a straight stitch on top. Now it's time to move on to our tractor. We are going to start with the tires on the tractor and we are going to do back stitch along the inner circle of the tire. So we're going to bring our needle up, back down, and then we're going to skip ahead about 1/3 of a centimeter and we're going to bring our needle back down at the end of our previous stitch in the same hole. Keep doing this, working your way around the inner tire. And then once we're done with that inner circle, we're going to go to the outer circle of the tire and we're going to do the exact same thing. Then we're going to do a satin stitch, working our way around the circle of the tire. So we're going to bring our needle up and then back down. Make sure that your stitch is straight across, pull it tight, and then we're going to skip ahead a little bit and we're just going to provide ourselves a little bit of a framework, because if you start doing satin stitches right next to each other, you can kind of go off the rails. So we're going to fill it in. You're going to keep going up and down on either side and filling it in like so, and it's going to have this nice satin-like finish. Now we're going to skip to the top of the tractor and we're going to do the exact same thing. I like to do back stitches before my satin stitches because I feel like it just makes everything look a lot more uniform. So we're going to do the same thing, do back stitches, and then we're going to do satin stitch, bring our needle up, back down on the other side, and then placing them kind of next to each other until you fill in the entirety of that section. When we get to the end of our satin stitch at the top here, we are going to do the sides of the top of the tractor in stem stitch. So we're going to bring our needle up, and then we're going to bring it back down about 1/3 of a centimeter, and then back up to the top. I'm kind of going to stay on the surface for this one and then pull it tight. And then we're going to do the same thing. We're going to bring it 1/3 of a centimeter ahead, bring it down and back up, and then pull it tight, and this is stem stitch. So we're going to do that about 3 times for this side, and then we're going to bring our needle back down to end our stem stitch. And then we're going to keep doing this stitch for the frame of the tractor. We're going to do it for each of those 2 lines, then we're actually going to do that same stitch to outline that top of the tire and the body of the tractor as well. Now we're going to skip up to the top here, and we're going to do satin stitch for this section. So this is kind of a small section, so I'm going to go ahead and just do 1 straight stitch on either side, and then I'm going to do my satin stitch. So once again, you're going to bring your needle up on one side and then back down the same place on the other side. We're going to keep stacking them on top of each other so that has a satin-like finish. We're going to do the same thing for the pipe on the tractor. We're going to do a little bit of a back stitch though in the middle of the pipe just to provide that framework, and then we will do our satin stitch over the back stitch. And if pipe is not the correct technical term for this, please excuse me. I do not know tractor lingo, but we're going to go ahead and fill it in with satin stitch. While we have our yellow thread, we're going to go ahead and skip to this bottom section as well and do satin stitch to just finish that off. I needed a quick break from the tractor, so I moved on to the dirt, and I'm doing stem stitch, which is a stitch we did earlier. So I'm just going to line the floor with the stem stitch and then bring it back. For the panel and the top of the tire, I'm going to be doing satin stitch. And then for the body of the tractor, I'm going to do long and short stitch. So we've already done satin stitch, so I'm going to go ahead and breeze through that. We're just going to fill in that top section and then the section above the tire. For the body of the tractor, we're going to be doing long and short stitch. So you can start anywhere in the body of the tractor, but I'm just going to start at the top here and make 1 small straight stitch. Then after that, I'm going to go below that, and a little bit further down, I'm going to make a longer stitch and then pull it tight. After that, I'm going to make another shorter stitch, and each stitch is just going to vary in length, and you're just going to fill in the entire body with these long and short stitches. So I'm going to move over to the right here. I'm going to bring my needle up and then bring my needle back down kind of in the middle of some previous stitches back there, and then pull it tight. Make sure all of your stitches are going the same direction so that everything stays uniform. We want this to kind of blend in together at the end, so we're just going to make these straight stitches, and it seems a bit random, but as long as you're going the same direction, it all should blend really well. This part is pretty monotonous. This is probably the part of the project that takes the longest, but just enjoy it. Sometimes that makes it fun. Using black thread, we are then going to do the exact same thing for the window of the tractor. We're going to be doing long and short stitches, filling in the entirety of the tractor window. As you're filling in these big sections, make sure that there are no gaps in your stitches, and you can see in the body of the tractor, I would hold it up to a window if you can, or a light, and just make sure that you don't see any gaps. Sometimes that helps to kind of spot them. After we're done filling in the window with long and short stitches, I'm going to show you how to tie off your thread. And you can do this tying off process during the entirety of your stitching project. I'm just putting it at the end here. So we're going to bring our needle underneath our stitches, and we're going to do that one more time. And then this next time we are going to do the same thing. Then we're going to leave a little loop, and we're going to bring our needle through the middle of the loop and pull tight. This forms a little knot. So we're gonna do that again. We're gonna bring our needle underneath our stitches, leave a little loop, bring our needle through, and pull the knot tight. And then after that, we're gonna bring our needle under the stitches one more time, and then we're going to cut. This is just a really secure method I love for wearable items. The last step is going to be washing the stabilizer off of our beanie. So you're just going to rinse it for 3 to 5 minutes in running water, making sure you rub your hands along the stitching. I like to apply mild dish soap or just hand soap into the project, just making sure that you get all of the stabilizer that's underneath your stitches as well by just rubbing your fingers into it. And then we're done. I hope you really loved this tractor beanie project. This is a really fun one. Hope you'll follow along and check out my other tutorials.